Y'all, so I am back with another video, and of course I'm going to jump right in. I've already done my natural nail prep. I've applied her tips, and these are stiletto tips, but since I cut down the length, it squared it off. So to fix that, I'm just going to go in with my scissors and cut out a point. And then when I start filing these into shape, I'm going to start by sharpening up that point first. Now once I have my point established, then I'm just going to file up towards the sidewalls and pretty much connect the sidewalls to the point that I've already made. So by doing it like this, I really feel like this helps me get a really nice sharp point for my stiletto. So the set that I'm going to be doing today, I feel like is pretty simple, but yet still has a lot of details, a lot of things that just kind of brings it all together and makes it really, really cute. And as I say that, I kind of feel like that all of the sets I have been choosing for myself or for someone else have kind of been geared towards that. Kind of simple, but still a lot of detail that makes it really, really cute. I definitely feel like when it comes to choosing nails, it's kind of all about the type of mood that you're in. And here lately I seem to be just kind of chill when it comes to my nail sets. So this one, I definitely get those chill vibes from it. So I've already started doing my application, and I'm taking this nude, and I think it is just a self mix that I mixed up. So no telling what is all in there. But I started off with my first bead, applied that through the tip, making sure to really tuck in my sides and keep that point as pointy as I can. You don't want to get your tip too bulky because especially when it comes to stiletto, you do not need a lot of thickness there at the tip. You want to be able to define that point, and you can't do that if it's very, very bulky. So I have my first bead down, and now I'm going to come in with my second bead. These nails, I would consider them long, not like extra long, but long. So you want to make sure that you are building up a good apex. So this second bead is really going to be the start of me building that strength right there in the center. So now I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead, and I'm pointing her finger down, and then I'm going to start from one side and just work to the opposite side. So there you see I started at the right, through the center, and then down to the other side. And any time I'm blending down a bead, I'm going to come from the top of it and blend it all the way through towards the tip. You don't want to leave acrylic sitting there. You want to make sure you go back over it with your brush and you smooth it out, so that way you won't have any extra product built up where you don't need it to be. And there I just filled in a little bit of a sheer spot. You always want to make sure that you look over when you think you're done, just to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. So moving on to the ring finger, I have already applied a thin layer of clear on that nail, and now I'm coming in and I'm going to be doing some gel polish design. So I'm pretty much just going to take a bunch of colors. I'm going to dab them pretty much overlapping each other, and then I'm going to take my nail art brush and swirl those together. Now there are many different ways that you can do a marble design like this. You can start with blossom gel and then apply your colors. That will definitely kind of make it easier to move the gel. But for this design, I just opted out of using the blossom gel, and I'm just going to take my striper brush and I'm going to run it over the gel polish, but I'm making sure that I'm on top of the surface of the polish, if that makes sense. I don't want to drag my brush through it. Instead, I just want to glide it over the top. So I'm just going to make a couple of swirls. I'm going to make sure that none of that polish is leaking off of the sides, and then I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. Now once it comes out of the lamp, I'm going to wipe it away of any kind of sticky layer, and now I'm coming in with that nude color, and I'm going to start with a small bead, place it right above that polish, work it from one side wall to the other side wall, and then I'm going to just blend that down. Now, anytime you're doing a ombre like this where you have a very opaque color underneath, take small beads and apply that nude. That way it's really going to make sure that you're covering up where you want it to cover up, and you're going to get a good fade out of that also. So I'm going to continue building up this nude. I blended out my first bead, and here I'm coming in with my second nude bead. I'm going to apply that, work it from side to side, and then I'm going to blend that through. Once I have that done, I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead and apply it the same way. Apply it, work it from side to side, make sure that I'm pointing her finger all the way down, and blend it through. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm having to go in and kind of do some cleanup when I'm applying her cuticle bead. So as you can see right here, I'm going in and cleaning up anything that has flooded in her cuticle area. Now, normally on better circumstances, I would not even want to touch the cuticle area. I don't want to have to go in and clean up anything. But with some clients, you just cannot help it. I don't really even know how to explain it. I don't know if their side walls or back by their cuticle area is just much deeper, so the cuticle bead is more likely to flood. I don't know, but it's only with certain people that I find that this happens. But it's okay, as long as you clean it up before it dries, you're good. But like I said, I would rather not. I would rather have a clean cuticle application all the time, but we know life isn't perfect, so this was the best I had this day. So here I've already started encapsulating this. Now when it comes to gel polish, it's just like any other thing you're encapsulating. You want to make sure that it is fully capped. Your sides are capped. You're not leaving anything at the tip uncapped. Everything is capped. You don't want any of that exposed. Anytime you leave anything open, of course, water can get in there, dirt, debris, all of that. So you want to make sure that you're really encasing everything very, very well. So I ended up doing, I believe, 2 beads at the tip, and here I'm just coming in with a very small clear bead at the cuticle area just to kind of bring everything in together. So I went and filled in the pointer with the ombre, and then all the rest of them were just the solid nude. And here they are after they have been filed, and now we are ready for design. So to start off, I'm going to be creating a French. So I'm going to make a starting point first, and then I'm going to go and make my side walls. Now once I make my side walls, I'm going to just really bring those in to my point. Now with anything and everything, there's so many different ways to do this, and I always switch everything up. I always feel like, well, maybe there's a different technique that I can do that's going to give me a better result. So I am never stuck just on one way to do anything. So if you see me doing it one way one time and then another way another time, that's pretty much how I roll. So for the thumb, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make my French outline, and then I'm just going to fill in the tip. Now the color that I'm using, I believe it's all Nail Reserve that I'm using in this video. I'm just going to continue building out that outline, making sure that it's as good as I can get it, ODing it, of course, like I always do. And now I'm coming in just with the applicator brush, and I'm filling in the tip. And then once I get to the sides, I like to come in and fill it in with the striper brush, and then kind of pretty much go over the outline again, so I can really get like a defined shape with my little painted French. So now I'm going to come in and add some blue to this mix. Now I don't know why I showed y'all this color and didn't show you the orange color, but yeah, that was pretty much the day I was having this particular day. But anyway, I'm going to come back in with my striper brush, and I'm just going to do a very thin outline around that French. So now that I look back on it, why was I trying so hard to get my outline perfect with the orange when I was going to come in and do this? That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about, y'all. When you OD, it just don't make sense sometimes. But I just can't help it. I want them to be so cute, okay? So I'm doing that on the thumb and on the pinky. And then once I have that done, the last thing to do is add just a little bit of diamonds. Now, if you know, you know. This is Rita. She doesn't like a lot of diamonds, but I make her do it, okay? I need it for myself. And she lets me somehow. She'll say, just add a little bit, but I'll end up just kind of pushing the envelope, and then she'll be talking mess to me, but it's all right. We're friends. I can take it. So that was pretty much it for this set, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.